Wacha nikwambie kama ni Shakira aliachwa, aliplayiwa. Yani that Gerard Pique cheated on Shakira. Wanaume sijui tunatakaga nini. Yani somebody cheated on
Kwani umekufa Shakira unataka kumwendea?
Nitakudanganya. Somebody cheated on Shakira. Kwani wanaume tunatakaga nini? Hips don't lie.
Jeez guys, what's wrong with her?
She's a beautiful liar. He's a beautiful liar. Somebody cheated on Shakira. Shakira. Hips don't lie. Somebody cheated on Shakira. Hey, it's true. Men used to live with animals in the Garden of Eden. Guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are the Wawerus and our interest is always to revive and change lives. And also guys, we like the Jar series. It continues today. And the Jar series is all about the questions you have asked from any of our social media handles, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, the Wawerus Kenya. Facebook, the Wawerus, and YouTube, wherever you're watching us from, that is the Wawerus. If you see another Wawerus, it's not us. As you'll see our images there in all the three channels. I understand there is another channel called the Wawerus, by the way, but you see our images there as the Wawerus. Yeah? Yes, with two cute babies. Are they there? I don't know, guys. Yeah, it's her. She's the one in charge of that. So guys, anyway, in YouTube we have ask all the questions you want to ask related to relationship and the rest. And I know a lot of questions came around when she wrote the book Marriage is a Scam, and we told you, instead of us beating around the bush, we just write the question, print the question, put it here, come here, discuss it in the Jar video alongside other questions you guys have asked. So with that guys, let's go back to straight to business, and we hit it here, hit it well. Today and the first question, Asharusha mkono,
and please subscribe.
YTM.
What do you think is leading to increased killings and suicides among partners? First of all, and I'm saying this and I beg to be corrected, teach your kids patience. Teach your kids, please teach your kids patience. Because right now they are like, this is what is happening. They can't receive a no. Like, nowadays, the new generation does not want to receive a no. Like, no, please, no. Teach your kids patience and teach your kids to say no. Like, I don't understand how you'll kill yourself because you are dumped. Life continues. Like, I really don't understand. I stabbed her because she was cheating on me. Please. Stop. Don't do such things. Those things in the news are really pathetic. And if you look at the people doing that, mostly they are young. They are young, really young. 50-year-olds are not doing that, but it's okay. So
they do.
They are doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
especially in the western part of the country.
If we are talking about Africa.
The western part of the country.
Western
Kenya iko wapi? Kwa Malaysia.
Malaysia. Look, let me tell you something. Also mental health. Like if you're with someone who has who does not have a good mental health, please try and help them or run away. And that's why I always say, if there is violence, don't wait to die, or don't kill yourself. And this notion of, you know what about the kids? Look, young girl, young boy. You will die and leave your kids there.
Guys, allow me to ask this question in a simple manner. And this question I will start by asking ladies. Ladies, this is what I want to ask you. How many times do you ask your husbands or your partners? You know, allow me to not to think about in a relationship. Let me talk about this in marriage. About relationship, if you commit suicide because you are left, you are foolish. Anyway, tutakuja mazishi yako na tutapika na tutakula. Na mwenye uliacha, tutakuja kama ameshikwa mabega na mwingine na hakuna kitu utafanya juu shiusa akufa. But in marriage, guys, the question I'm asking is, especially the young marriages, as a lady, how many times do you ask your partner what is stressing him? How many times? When was the last time you asked him, by the way, babe, nina kusubua? By the way, babe, unafikiria nini? But when was the last time did you ask him about a challenge? By the way, ile kitu ulisolve? How many times did you ask that? When was the last time you did that? Because if you don't do that, you realize that these problems keep piling up and this guy doesn't have somebody to help him. So what happens? The day you make a single mistake, he takes all that. Remember, as long as those problems were not sorted out, they are here. So there is nothing which is moving on. Sometimes if you don't get that well, then you'll say that he saw me with a guy and then he didn't think twice, he slapped me. You get the point. The other question I bring back is, guys, when was the last time you asked your wife, what do you want? What type of makeup do you want? What type of wig do you want? What type of spray do you want?
Ask me right now.
Not because you will buy them. I want you to get me right. Not because you'll buy them.
Please ask me now.
I'm not asking you now. Guys, the reason I'm asking that is because you are not asking that because you'll get it, but because this person will feel right. Even if it's not all about family, it's not all about food, it's not about providing. It's because this guy loves me. You get what I mean? Even if you won't provide it, ataona ananifikiria. That's what I'm saying. By the way, tunaweza eda cost him mwaka. Just ask that. Even if there will be no money, ataelewa sasa kutakuwa na do. But the thought was there. The thought of treating this person was there. Nini na kustress? Watoto wameshida aje? Leo umeshida aje? Kuna kitu imekusubua? Guys, always keep asking those questions because stress doesn't come once.
That you not
it's always there's no day I don't ask you.
But now ask me right now.
No, I'm not asking you about stress.
One of them has called me mommy 10,000 times.
So guys, the reason I'm asking that is because, guys, stress and depression doesn't start that day and that guy or that person kills you that day. No. You had the other case in Rogai, I think about 2 weeks ago. The lady killed the son and then stabbed the husband and then she tried suicide.
That's mental.
You had the other case last year where the doctor injected the 2 sons with a poisonous drug and then he injected himself. He died after 3 days. By the way, if he couldn't have died, he could have lived the worst life ever. He literally knew he could commit suicide later on. The reason we look at the case of that doctor was about infidelity. The case of this lady, nobody knows because the doctor's wife alikuwa shaenda. The case of this lady, nobody knows because the lady died. But no, I think the lady is recovering in a hospital somewhere. But the whole thing remains is that most of the times we judge our partners because we didn't ask questions. You get? There's a time nilikukasirikia because I saw a certain message in your phone, and it continued for like 3-4 days. But until the day I told you why was this message was doing in your phone, you told me we came to realize all this shit. It's our friend was doing that. You get what I mean? Yeah? So you realize this thing had gone for a whole weekend plus.
Imagine.
You get what I mean? It's the same thing I'm saying.
I think the good thing about me is that I always attack things when the nail is
No. I just want to remember another thing. Yeah? I just want to remind you another thing. Yeah? Remember, in life, we will never reach a state called I'm now okay. Every day is trying, every day is running, every day is making you a partner, every day is making you a partner, every day is improving your partner. The way I used to talk to girls, because you came to my life, I didn't stop because you came, but it has to stop. You tell me I don't love this, stop being so generous, stop. You get what I mean? Yeah? Habits change after time, characters change after time, and your partner is there to train you. You get the point? Uko hapo kujulia partner yako, kujulia partner wako, to ensure this person is well physically, this person is well mentally, so that you can move on together. Otherwise, if that is not okay, the reason as to why you are having a lot of cases of depression, a lot of suicide cases and killings. The same happens, especially with this economy, things are not so good. Remember, allow me to be biased on this question. Eh? It's very difficult for you to hear a stay-home husband.
Yeah, true.
But we have stay-home moms. You get it? These stay-home moms, how many times do you ask this guy, ametoka kibarua pahali? Remember now, huwezi pata chakula ya 50 bob. You get? Siku hizi chakula iko 80. But you still want this guy to continue providing the way he has been providing. You get the point, yeah? Have you tried to ask him how things are there outside? You realize? Because you may realize that this guy hakuli, ndio maintain kwenye alikuwa. Or this guy is upstairs not okay because of that. So it's the high time you keep kujulia huyu, unagoja school fees ilipo na nyumba ilipo na imepanda na kila kitu imepanda. But nani anatafuta? How many times do unamjulia hali? If you keep doing that, you will ensure that your guy is meant, and then kukua kuna kasichana pahali kanamleteaga chakula. Jamaa kimwambia leo sina doa, anamwambia leo anaweza kununulia. Na wewe ukienda nyumbani unamsumbua. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So to me the point I'm trying to bring along is that if you keep knowing the mental status of your partner, it's easier for you to move. This was not part of the video, but it's easier for you to move together in the same journey.
Yeah.
So the reason as to why you are having that is because of that. Finished. Next question, as we are almost finishing the question. Who took that question?
I took it, and it's the first one.
Sorry.
And you've spent
That's the first one?
Yeah. And
Jesus
then you're saying
Christ.
almost finishing here. Almost finishing what? Now let's answer this one faster briefly.
So this one will be briefly answered. Early pregnancies and arranged early marriages. I don't know what's the question.
We talk about early pregnancies and arranged early marriages.
Do you still have arranged early marriages? Arranged early marriages. Do you still have that?
No, we don't. We do actually in some states, like in Pokot, in such places whereby a small girl can be taken from school, goes through FGM.
I don't mean to talk about that because those people don't have YouTube.
Good. Early pregnancies, it's your choice, girl.
No.
Girl, it's your choice.
No. So about early marriages, guys, sorry to say that was on a writer note. About early marriages, it's wrong, it's backward. In the 21st century, I don't know whether we should not be talking of such things. It's like talking about malaria killing people in 21st century. Those should be unheard of, and FGMs and the rest. Early pregnancies, you talk about guys, you have talked about ladies, eh?
No, I've talked about the fact that you go out there as young as you are, and then you are like, I'm loved now. I'm loved. I have to give it all out. No, you're not loved. Someone who loves you will understand the word wait. Yes. If they don't understand the word wait and no, you're not loved, girl. You're not loved.
I'll answer that question from the perspective of a guy. Listen, guys. If you sleep with a primary school kid, the least you'll get is 30 years in committee. If you sleep with an under 18, that's a high school kid, the least you'll get is 15 years in prison. No matter how beautiful she looks, no matter how amebeba kiasi gani, you'll be.
And sometimes it's set up. Think
You'll
twice.
be inside. So what I tell you guys, before you sleep with that lady, just know where she works. The first thing, where she works. Because if you know where she works and you prove it's true she works there, that's one. And who she is. And you don't sleep with anybody unless unafikiria with whatever is in between your legs. You don't sleep with
this channel, so please.
You don't have to. You don't have to sleep with every person you meet out there. Make a decision. The difference between a male and a man, we can have a male of an animal, a male of a goat, a male of a cow, a male of a dog. But what differentiates between a male and a man, it's to use your cogosity.
Okay.
So guys, don't about early marriages for the early pregnancy for the side of men, ni nyinyi kujitakia na utafugwa bure tu na hakuna kitu utadu.
Yeah. And also don't look for responsibilities you can't handle.
Exactly.
Like, the world has changed. You have the freedom of making that choice. And also another thing, just because you're saying early pregnancies are not right, doesn't mean that you start going using family planning when you're still a young girl. Don't.
Oh, the last point I'll say is that avoid drugs as much as possible.
Yes.
Because the drugs will show you that huyu ni msichana mzee could be for 17, 16. Even a 17 years and 11 months, that's another 18.
Yeah.
And you'll be jailed for that. Na hakuna mtu atakutetea by the way. Hiyo hainanga kitu kingine. So guys, usiseme how to kukwambia. So next question.
Okay. Why are you in your current place of work? For the salary or for the love of what you do?
Money.
Who is... Okay, let's start with that one before we talk about who is the perfect boss.
So
for me, I love what I do. Currently, I really love what I do. No matter how much money it brings, big or small, because my job does not entail like this is a specific salary. So no matter how much money it brings, I'm happy. That's what I do. That's what I can say.
Whatever I'm doing it because I won't try.
You have to keep that job. It's feeding us.
Yes. Sina pahali kwingine kwenda.
So please.
So guys, the first thing is money.
Yeah.
So once I get money, I love it along the way. And I've already loved it along the way. On the first place, I'm doing what I went to school to learn to do. So it was a passion, but I keep telling you guys, by the end of the day, I want to do teaching. By the end of the day, I want to go back to teaching.
Please just diversify your careers.
So what I'm saying, guys, by the end of the day of it, I want to teach what I do. I want to go teaching what I do because I'm very good in teaching. It's a passion. To me, teaching is more of a passion.
Yeah, true.
But I went to school to do IT, so that's what I've been doing. For the longest, I do it to my best because I have no any other thing to do. And guys, also I do it for money.
Yeah.
Whatever we are doing here, YouTube guys, we are doing it for passion because we want to assist you. Alafu,
subscribe, share, like so that you can get the money.
Yes. Hata tutaweka namba ya M-Pesa hapo chini, ukiona ikipita.
Lakini surely endeni Facebook mpate till namba yetu.
So guys, I think that is it.
Yeah. Who is a perfect
boss? Like I answered that question. That's the other question. Who is a perfect boss? A perfect boss is a boss who can balance between professionalism and the human side. Professionalism means he wants the job done well not irregardless. Because there are job bosses who say, I want it to be done regardless of how you get what I mean. It's a boss who will manage between your social life and your professional side. If you come to job rate, sometimes as a lady, there may be a reason.
Even as a guy.
Perhaps mtoto amekurudia usiku mzima.
And also sometimes I might be traveling and he has to be at work, then the child gets sick abruptly.
So
na nilikuwa nishatoka.
If your boss understands that, your boss understands, because he too or she too is a human being, yeah. So once you understand the truth, that's what I call a perfect boss. A boss who will assist you to raise the best of your
This is out of topic, but imagine you wake up in the morning and your nanny ran away.
Wanafanyanga hivyo.
Yeah, so
ask us, we know wanafanyanga hivyo.
Who is a perfect boss to me? Let me answer that. Me. I am a perfect boss.
Just
also
I don't finish akiwa.
Also I don't have a boss, so
so guys, her clients, including some of us who sit in the decision making table, we are her bosses. So guys, like I'm saying, yes, there are things you can do until we agree. You can't do until you agree with the rest of the team. So guys, like I'm saying, a perfect boss is a boss who will help you grow, both financially and professionally, balancing between the professional side and the human side. If he achieves that, then you are good to go.
Here you go.
So next question. Oh, Nini again. Guys, this is the other last question.
This is the last question actually.
Yes, so that
we aim at bringing you 3 to 4 videos a week, but sometimes please understand us.
To what limits should technology come through in parenting? To what limits should technology come through in parenting? Would you start or I start?
Okay, let me start. First of all, we do a lot of research on the internet nowadays, even in parenting. Okay, for health, let me emphasize this. NB, point to note, if you were in school, you know NB, what it meant. Don't ever trust technology in treating your child when your child is sick. Don't ever trust technology in educating your child. If your child needs something, trust the teachers more, because this child can get confused. But if you need technology technology is good in parenting sometimes, but please don't use it in instances that that it cannot make decisions for you, and it cannot give you proof. Because whatever your child is suffering from needs a medical view of a doctor in a hospital somewhere. And if you're not satisfied with that doctor in that hospital, you are entitled to a second and the third and the fourth and the fifth opinion. Don't use Google to treat your child. Also, don't use Google to educate your child, because the teacher knows best. Umepewa homework na mwalimu, but then sometimes it helps.
Okay, hebu uchore Yesu akiwa msalabani, alafu mchore mama yake amemshika na Joseph ameshika katoto kanaitwa Yesu. Na utengeneze hiyo single color available materials. Tuongee tu kweli sweetie. Utatoa wapi?
Can I make something clear? I just remember my son drawing something, a structure one day. Then ameka Aki Miles is crazy. Amechora a structure, like a very good structure, like a person. Then I come and ask, "Hi honey, what are you drawing?" It's mommy with 6 legs. Okay, for real. For real. I had 6 legs. And then he goes ahead and tells me, "Mommy is beautiful." You know, at that point, you're happy that Mambo, you're beautiful. But if you look at that,
6 legs.
So that is where technology comes in. I show him my picture and tell him, "Now draw this mommy, this one, this mommy." So technology comes in handy. But don't ever let your child feel like technology is more better than what he thinks, than his imaginations. I'm using his because I have sons. Don't ever let your child think that technology is better than his imagination, his reasoning, and his opinions. Because if you teach your child technology comes first, he will always use technology even to relate to you and others around him.
To what limits? Limits are relative.
Yeah.
Because probably my kid, we may not have the financial muscle to achieve every technological device we want.
Yeah, true.
We may not have the financial muscle to achieve that Apple iPad. We may not have that financial muscle to achieve anything technological. Hata kumpeleka Titan. Hiyo mzee aliyetana kijana yake kwa Titan, Ocean Gate.
Wow.
You get what I mean? At 35 million each guy. So guys, what I'm saying, we may not have that.
But I would wish we take him to Mauritius to see the dolphins.
Dolphins technology. That's biology.
We lose a yacht.
So what I'm saying, guys, yacht is a mode of transport. So what I'm saying, guys,
I hate you.
I hate you. Saying, guys, technology is relative. There is a kid somewhere who has a phone, but that kid requires a phone because the mom used that phone to communicate with him. He may be in class 5 So the mom needs to know what's going on at home, especially when the schools close. There is maybe a kid in a boarding school somewhere who comes with a phone and then leaves it with the office. Yes. Because assuming you are going to a school in Eldoret and you live in Mombasa, throughout that journey, you have to keep with communicating with your parents. So the moment you arrive at the school and the parent tells the teacher, huyo mwanafunzi ako na simu, so akifika the first thing, drop the phone. And when you are coming back, you have to tell your parent, nimetoka shule, saa inakam. You get that communication. So that's what I'm talking about. The word limit is relative. It's up to a certain which point is relative. Which point is the limit? So to me, what I can say, anything excess is being abused.
Yeah.
Anything excess is an abuse. So that's what I'm saying. So about technology, you cannot survive without it. But if it goes to an excess, now it becomes an abuse. But remember, we talk about limit is all about control.
Yeah.
So rather than
and make
controlling
the best
the
choices
exposure,
for your child.
rather than controlling the exposure, control the content too.
Also, another thing, don't
Yes.
let your child learn something from outside. Let them learn things from you. It helps.
Exactly. So
It helps you control what they are supposed to know and touch. We do the last one.
the last one, guys.
Ooh, I love this. It's new, it's big, it's amazing. Ooh. It's another question on technology. Guys, I think people are big on technology right now because they've realized that husbands are spending time in the toilet and phones.
Hitting the real person.
No, we just realized that our husbands are in toilets with phones.
Second class up at a computer scientist.
Technology plays a major role in the current days we are living. What are its pros and cons? I think this one we've
One.
answered.
We cannot live without technology. That's the first
Yeah.
advantage. The cons, the more you advance in technology, the more your privacy becomes compromised.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm talking to your Facebook page, one of our Facebook accounts, not page. The page was still secure. But one of our Facebook accounts, not one, 3 of our Facebook accounts were hacked, but we managed to recover one. Unfortunately, the one we recovered, the card we used there for paying had been used and did the transactions of 39G. It was damn painful, though Facebook has managed to recover about 22G up to now. So those are some of the dangers of technology exposure.
Exposure is one of them.
So exposure is one of them. Guys, to digress a little bit, let me give a story which happened in Juja some years back. I think 3-4 years back. In a certain estate in Juja, there were reports which were filed in police station in Juja about families complaining that their bank's account has been hacked. So these cases are filed independently. Yeah? So you don't know your neighbor filed until one of the neighbors went in. The police told the guy, I think you're number 6 person to file that. So the guy asked, who are the others who are filed? Only the guy to realize all those neighbors are the same. All those are his neighbors.
Meaning Wi-Fi
So
was the same.
the question was, they tried to trace where all this coming from. And the only thing which was joining them rather than being neighbors was that installed Wi-Fi na mtu mmoja.
Yeah.
So it means behind the scene there was a lot of which was going on. So what I'm saying is that one of the disadvantages of technology is privacy. Privacy in terms of physical privacy and in terms of technological privacy. Never allow somebody akuja kwako ati amekujia router yake. Weka vitu zako. CCTV camera mwenye atakuwekea anaweza kutumia kukuangalia kama uko ndio akuje aibe. You get what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Advantages is that we get more secure, we get more exposed, and you are able even to communicate. Working from home, it's working so well. Even anyway, technology it's there to live with us. It's for us to take care. Technology is like HIV. It's there to live with us. It's for us to take care.
Okay, can I answer now? The pros of technology. First of all, I work with technology. I feel like most of the times, choose what you show people. I always say this, and I will always emphasize this. Choose what you show people. If you're going to show us everything in your life, your car, your kids, your home, where they go to school, where you work, everything, it's on your terms, not on our terms. You're free to shoot all that and edit the video the way you want. But please choose what you show us. It's necessary for you to choose what to show us so that you can protect yourself and your privacy. Number 2, please ensure you secure the passwords of your account. Don't trust anyone with them. Please don't. It's not safe.
Information is an asset.
Information is an asset.
Yes.
And then the most important thing that I always say, for me, a pro of technology is work, yes. And another pro is we get to learn a lot from technology.
Exactly.
We get to learn a lot.
Yeah.
Like information now is power.
Realistically, we are using technology to talk to you.
Information is power,
Yeah.
and now we have too much of it all over, and that's a good thing. So
The biggest, I think, the major one we have forgotten, the major disadvantage of technology is cost. It's expensive.
it's expensive. Really expensive.
For us to bring one video up, if you count the assets, leave alone the time, just count the assets, the camera, the mics, the stars, the what, it's just damn expensive. If you have a CCTV at home, the cost of itself is damn expensive. That's what I'm saying. So you cannot shift the technology, just know how to control it.
Yeah.
If you control anything, you are good to go. Yes, too much of something is poisonous. So guys, I think that is the end of our episode today. Keep asking more questions as many as possible. We'll digress them. Go to any Naivas near you, grab the book Marriage is a Scam, or you can talk directly to us. If you want to publish a book, guys, talk to us. We are a publishing firm. Talk to us. Anything about writing, publishing, talk to us.
Editorial
guys.
too.
Editorial, we do.
Editorial.
No, publishing involves manuscript reading, manuscript collection, manuscript editing, cover design, and printing. Yes, that's the whole thing of publishing. Yeah,
we do
until
that,
you
guys.
get the copies. We do all that and we give you quotes. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Wawerus, as you are watching us from the Facebook is the Wawerus, Instagram is the Wawerus Kenya. Also, keep asking more questions. Get the book Marriage is a Scam, the book Grab the Original You, and the Young Magazine latest issue from any Naivas near you. Wherever you are, it doesn't have to be Naivas, by the way. If you want it, just ask us.
Yeah, we can
You'll
always
get
have
it.
it.
You can always have it. We can always organize on how you have it. So for those asking about the cost, we trust the cost of the book Marriage is a Scam for your demand. It's just 920 in any Naivas.
Yeah,
That one you don't need transport.
very true.
If you want it from us, talk to us. We see how we can get the book. Grab the Original is just 650 bob. It's a very good inspirational book. The magazine is just 350 bob. So guys, with that, assist us, share this video. We need to get 5% here VAT, Germany. So share this video with as many people as you can.
And
Like and
subscribe.
subscribe. Until the next time, guys.
Bye.